we've received a statement from the Ghana Armed Forces. Let's read it out, and then we'll come back to you on what's happening at the home of Ibrahim Murtala Mohammed. A clear departure from the early statement released by the Ghana Armed Forces, which said, or which was titled, Ghana Armed Forces Z9 helicopter missing. This one is straight to the point and gives confirmation on the accident and says, Ghana Armed Forces Z9 helicopter crashes. Again on the letterhead of the Ghana Armed Forces. And I read, the Ghana Armed Forces helicopter Z9 that took off this morning at 0912 hours from Accra en route to Obuasi has crashed in the general area of Sikamine near Adanse Akrofom in the Ashanti region, and all on board are feared dead. The crew were squadron leader Peter Bafemi Anala, flying officer Manain Chum Ampedu, and Sergeant Ernest Ado Mensah. The passengers were Dr. Edward Omane Boamah, Minister for Defense, Alhaji Dr. Ibrahim Murtala Mohammed, Minister for Environment, Science and Technology, Alhaji Muniru Mohammed, Acting Deputy National Security Coordinator, Dr. Samuel Sapong, Vice Chairman NDC, and Mr. Samuel Abuaje, former parliamentary candidate. The Ghana Armed Forces extends its condolences to the bereaved families. Investigations have commenced to determine the cause of the accident. Signed, Veronica Adjo Ahin, Captain of the Ghana Navy, Acting Director General, Public Relations. So the Ghana Armed Forces also confirming the incident as we have reported. At this point, we are receiving a number of statements commiserating with the family and, of course, the bereaved families and others. But I'd like to read the official statement from the Jubilee House. It says, on behalf of the President of the Republic, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, the Vice President, Professor Nana Jane Opoku Ajiman, who is with us here, and the government of Ghana, I have the unpleasant duty, sadly, to announce a national tragedy involving the crash of a military helicopter this morning around the Adanse area in the Ashanti region. Government regrets to announce the demise of the following persons in the tragic crash. 1. Dr. Edward Kofi Omane Boamah, Minister for Defense. 2. Alhaji Dr. Ibrahim Murtala Mohammed, MP, Minister for Environment, Science and Technology. 3. Alhaji Muniru Mohammed, Acting Deputy National Security Coordinator and former Minister for Food and Agriculture. 4. Dr. Samuel Sapong, Vice Chairman of the National Democratic Congress. And you have 5. Samuel Abuaje, a former parliamentary candidate. 6. Squadron Leader Peter Bafemi Anala. 7. Flying Officer Manain Chum Ampedu. 8. Sergeant Ernest Ado Mensah. The President and government extend our condolences and sympathies to the families of our comrades and servicemen who died in service to the country. All flags are to fly at half-mast until further notice. And it's signed by Julius Deborah, Chief of Staff. So this is the statement that he read early on while breaking the unfortunate news to us. There's a statement that's come from the minority caucus in Parliament. We read to you that statement as well. It's from the minority caucus in Parliament. It's titled Statement by the Minority on the Tragic Military Helicopter Crash That Killed 8 Ghanaians. Following the formal announcement earlier today by the Chief of Staff, Honorable Julius Deborah, confirming the tragic loss of life in today's military helicopter crash, I wish to express my profound grief and that of the minority in Parliament over this devastating accident that has claimed 8 precious Ghanaian lives, including 2 distinguished cabinet ministers and dedicated public servants who gave their all in service to our beloved Ghana. Then it goes on to title the various paragraphs. So there's a nation in mourning. The loss of Defense Minister Dr. Edward Omane Boamah, Environment Minister Honorable Dr. Alhaji Ibrahim Murtala Mohammed, Acting Deputy National Security Coordinator Muniru Mohammed, NDC former parliamentary candidate Samuel Abuaje, NDC National Vice Chairman Samuel Sapong, and our 3 valiant military personnel, Squadron Leader Peter Bafemi Anala, Flying Officer Manain Chum Ampedu, and Sergeant Ernest Ado Mensah, represent a profound human loss that touches the very soul of our nation. These were fathers, husbands, sons, and devoted patriots who awakened this fateful Wednesday morning with the noble intention of serving Ghana. I must speak from the heart about 2 men I knew not as political opponents, but as fellow Ghanaians united in our love for this country. Honorable Dr. Alhaji Murtala Mohammed and I may have sat across the parliamentary aisle, but we shared countless moments of genuine discourse about Ghana's future. His passion for environmental protection transcended party politics, and he possessed that rare quality of listening with intent to understand. Dr. Edward Omane Boamah brought his role as defense minister a scholar's intellect combined with a patriot's heart. In our private conversations, I witnessed a man deeply committed to modernizing our armed forces while preserving the values that make Ghana's military a source of national pride. These personal losses remind us that behind every political position lies a human being, someone's beloved family member, someone's trusted friend. To His Excellency, the President, I extend my sincere condolences and the full support of the minority in Parliament in these difficult times. Your loss is our loss. Your grief is our grief. In this moment of national tragedy, we stand united with you as Ghanaians mourning together. To the grieving families of all 8 victims, government ministers, members of the majority caucus, NDC members, military personnel, and public servants alike, our hearts go out to you in this darkest hour. To all Ghanaians who mourn with heavy hearts, know that your loved ones did not die in vain. Let us honor these 8 souls by supporting our armed forces, protecting Ghana's environment, and working together for our nation's security and prosperity. Let us channel our grief into renewed determination to build the Ghana they envisioned, where public service is viewed as a sacred trust and every citizen can contribute to our national progress. May their souls rest in perfect peace, and may their memories remain everlasting beacons of light, guiding us towards a more united and prosperous Ghana. Signed, Osahin Alexander Kwamena Afenyomakin, Minority Leader. So that's the statement by the leader, Minority Leader, on behalf of the Minority Caucus in Parliament. I mean, at this point, condolences and
it's the only thing available.
Indeed.
Available as of now, because there's no way we can bring them back to life.
No.
There's no way we can do that. Only God. It can only happen when God intervenes. But
Right.
you know, for now we can only console the family, wish them God's strength in these difficult, very difficult times. You know,
Right.
and to wish that the good Lord Himself, who started a course like this, may end it, you know, in the right way for the family. But aside the minority, there are others who have also shared,
Indeed,
you know, personal condolences in respect of this. I've just seen one from Edugi Tamaklo, who is the director of
the CEO of
NPN, director of legal
for the National
NDC.
Democratic Congress.
Dr. Manuba was director of
Elections and IT.
You know, the 2 of them are directors for the NDC. And it says that last week, Thursday, there was an orientation for all CEOs We were privileged to have him as one of the resource persons. As usual, he took us through some deep perspective on governance. Arguably, one of the finest minds to be associated with the NDC since 2006. I'm still shaking. May God comfort your adorable mother, wife, and children. This is beyond heartbreaking. Honorable Dr. Omane Boamah. And this coming from Eduji Tamaklo. There's another one too from Kojo Opon Kroma. You know, they were meeting Pope John's Senior High School. And he also took to Facebook, and this is what he wrote. On this terrible day of national tragedy, my prayers go out to the families of our 8 colleagues who are fallen in the line of duty and in the service to our dear country. It is so heartbreaking to hear that our countrymen suffer this fate. For the Pope John Senior High School fraternity, Pojoba Senior Dr. Omane Boamah's demise stings extra painfully. May the good Lord keep their souls and comfort the families left behind. May he give us the strength to hold the fort and carry on their services. And this coming from Kojo Opon Kroma, a mate of Dr. Edward Omane Boamah way back in secondary school, which is Pope John Secondary School.
Right. All right. There's one here from Engineer Kwabna Eje Japan. Statement to commiserate with families of Ghana Armed Forces helicopter crash victims. And I read, I have received with great sorrow the news of the Ghana Armed Forces helicopter crash in the Ashanti region, which claimed the precious lives of 8 people on board. This is a devastating blow to our nation. We have lost courageous men, public servants, and soldiers who dedicated their lives to the country's peace and stability. On behalf of myself, my family, and my campaign team, I express my heartfelt condolences to the President, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, the government, the families of all who lost their lives, and to the Ghanaian populace. I mourn with all of you in this difficult time. Our thoughts and prayers are with you. May the souls of our dear compatriots rest in eternal peace. Signed, Engineer Kwabna Eje Japan, Press Secretary to the President 2001 to 2006, former General Secretary, New Patriotic Party, and currently an aspirant in the party's presidential race. Let's